Now we're right on top. Perfect. Feels so good. This one. Hi there, it's Jan here, and in today's session I'm going to show you one tip how you can have much more solid and much better double-handed backhand. So, in today's session I'm going to show you one tip how you can improve your double-handed backhand. Again, it's one of the things that I work a lot with my players every time they come on the court. Usually this thing is missing there. So, let's get into it right now. I'm gonna show you some hitting here, of course. I'm gonna show you the players who not doing it, and then I will show you that one thing that you want to add to your double-handed backhand. Today I'm gonna talk about the swing, and this is gonna really help your swing, and it's gonna help your topspin. It's gonna help your power, and you're gonna be able to finally hit it a little bit faster, a little bit go through the ball, and still you don't have to worry much that it's gonna be going out. Because once you're gonna apply this thing that I'm gonna show you today, you're not gonna be overhitting basically. You should not be overhitting once you do it well. And again, make sure to comment below if it did work for you once you learn this little tip, little secret. Again, you can see it perfectly. I will give you an example. Andy Murray does it very well. Novak Djokovic does it, not so obviously, but he also does it, and most of the pros doing it. And again, it's one of the biggest differences when it comes to double-handed backhand between the pros, semi-pros, and then the club players. So you want to start doing this? I'm gonna get into it right now when I'm hitting, and let's get into the technique of that thing that I want to talk about right now. So when it comes to double-handed backhand, loads of players, they just kind of, I will show you from the angle here, they're just kind of hitting the ball and they just kind of not really worried about what's happening after that contact point. Okay, so I'm gonna show you from here, they kind of hitting the ball, they're going through, and it's just kind of closing here. But what is gonna improve your backhand is this. Right after the contact point, try to focus on that the head of the racket, the tip of the racket, is closing it here. Yeah, the best example again is Andy Murray. You can see him perfectly how much he's closing the racket there. So after that contact point, when you're getting the racket over that shoulder here, when you're doing that follow through, when you're closing the racket up, yeah, really helps that this points the net, obviously the bottom of the racket. But not just this, but it's really important to focus on this. So while you're hitting, you're closing the racket here. You're closing it and you're trying to get the face of the racket here, this part that is facing the ground here, then it's hitting the ball. You're trying to get it to that side as soon as you can. So you're really trying to close the racket up as much as you can and as fast as you can. And this motion, and of course, getting the racket over the right shoulder. Again, you don't have to do this. You don't have to go so far. Actually, I never teach going that far. All I always teach is contact point, closing up, yeah? But it's really important to get the tip of the racket, the top of the head, over the right shoulder as fast as you can. So if I was focusing just on the left hand, the left hand would be doing something like this, yeah? There's a little flick there, it's not so obvious, but you can see a lot of players, because they're going so fast that they're closing it here, that it's this flick there. And this thing, what it does, it adds lots of spin and lots of power at the same time to your stroke. And once you're gonna master this, you can really go so fast through the ball, yeah? Because you're not gonna be overhitting. The racket is not open. Now, the racket's gonna be closing and going over the ball that way. It's gonna add so much spin on the ball, it's gonna keep the ball inside the court. So you're gonna start doing this from today, I hope so. Feel free to comment below if it does work for you, if you're already doing it, if you're not doing it, what you think about this. But I'm guarantee you this, once you're gonna start applying this correctly, you're gonna have amazing backhands, yeah? So I'm gonna show you right now a couple of examples, me without doing it, and then me when I start doing it correctly. So you're gonna be closing the racket up here as fast as you can, as soon as you can, right after the contact. Yeah? Let's get into it right now. So first couple of shots without doing it, and then I will tell you when I start focusing on that tip of the racket closing. So now I'm not doing it. You can see really like kind of flat there. It's not much motion, loads of players hitting it like this. Very flat. And I'm gonna start adding the tip there, closing the racket when the right ball comes. Perfect example, Andy Murray. We try to model it on him. See how much I'm closing? That's so much spin and power. I can really hit it hard. and it still goes. Inside, which I will show you from the other angle also. When you time this one, it's massive. Really closing as fast as I can. This one. Whatever technique you have, once you add this into your game, it's gonna work. Right now I'm gonna show it to you from this angle so you can see how much I'm closing there, and see, I'm gonna really try to hit it as hard as I can, being super relaxed of course also, and let's see if I'm missing or not. I don't think I'm gonna be missing a lot, as long as I do it properly and if I time it well. So you're gonna be focusing on really getting that tip. Once you're gonna start practicing this, you're gonna really focus on getting that tip of the racket as soon as you can to that side, actually pointing it to the back fence there. But the best is, like, always think about pointing this top of the racket, the tip, yeah, to the side fence on the right hand side. Yeah, so I'm really trying to focus on this motion a lot. There, just really closing it up. This is me without closing. Without closing, you see how far the ball goes. There's just no control really. Check this, no closing. Same power, closing the racket out. There's so much spin now. That one. And it just cannot go out. You time it well, of course. Late. It's too late. Now we're right on top. Perfect. Feels so good. This one. Just on the baseline. Ah, too late. Yeah. Really getting the racket over the right shoulder as fast as I can. One more. Perfect. This one was the best so far. This one also. One more. Now you can really go for it. Really closing. It was too much now, of course. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this double-handed session. I hope you learned a lot. Start doing this. This is gonna massively help your consistency, the topspin, the power. You're gonna be just much more confident when it comes to the double-hander, because with this one, I'll guarantee you this, once you master this, you're going to be able to, you can just hit it as hard as you can, and it's going to get and land inside the court if you do this thing correctly. And of course, if you want to learn more, make sure to check out my double-handed backhand masterclass. There is a link below. It's open for free registration for limited time only, so make sure you don't miss it. And lastly, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification button, like this video if you like this video, and feel free to share with your tennis friends who can also benefit from this session. I upload new session every Thursday, so make sure not to miss it. And let me know in the comments below if you did enjoy this session. Thanks for watching and have a great sunny day.